What's up, y'all? This is Jeffrey at Jeffery TV, coming to you live on Memorex from the ultimate remote location, alternate route, South Avenue, Midlothian to South Avenue, then north on South Avenue towards South Side. Well, I guess, yeah, towards the South Side since we're on that. Oh! Until oh, you see that? Did y'all see that? Anyway, creepy ass people back here. On the South Avenue, walking towards, I guess, back deep into the south, walking north into the South Side. Alternate route. I've taken this route many times before, several times, if not many. And beautiful day, beautiful, gorgeous day out here. Loving it, enjoying it. The weather, the humidity, and all that it brings with it. Sun, blue sky, and all that good stuff. I had to go into some automatic banter as people was walking by. I kind of went into automatic pilot banter. You could probably tell. At least I could tell when it gets kind of generic and I'm just talking to be talking. But anyway, again, as I've said, when you walk north into the South Side from Boardman, as soon as you cross that Youngstown line, things start to change, even on South Avenue. You can see a lot of, how could I put it, unrenovated, or even, I don't want to use the word abandoned, even though that might be correct, unoccupied buildings. It seems, I guess, could I say that there's not a lot of investment in overhaul or rejuvenation? But again, as you know, I love the legacy buildings. And any building that was here when I was growing up, from that era, that style, architecture, and shows the wear and tear of the years, where you can see what these structures have been through over the years, the weathering. It's beautiful. The signs. I know, I've been through this before. But I get caught up in the nostalgia of it all. I just get caught up in the nostalgia of it all. These people don't look, and they'll run you over. These people don't look, they look though. These people don't look, and they will run you over. Cute old building. And just the architecture and all. I know I said that already. Now I'm just talking to be talking. I was autopilot talk. But anyway, one of the reasons I cut this on, this cease coop though, chicken coop, I think it's open. I want to try it. There's a lot of foods I want to try back here. There's a lot of foods I want to try back here. And I remember, I don't know if I said on the video, that I wanted to try that sandwich factory. I told my daughter, she said, yeah, the food is good. It's good. See, I see chicken coop. I think it's open and doing stuff. You got the lottery. I'm just talking. When I see lottery, I saw lottery someplace. I'm just talking now. The older style buildings, the old gas stations, mechanic shops, architecture of the houses. Just, you know, the whole feel of this place. This is where I'm from. This is where I'm from. This is what I know. Well, I know a lot of things, but this is where I'm from. This is what's in me. But anyway, the reason I cut this on mainly was because I'm very hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself. I do set a high standard for myself. I set a very high standard that I know I can't attain. But if I'm finding out that even though I fall short of the metric or the standard that I try to hold myself to, I still succeed. It's still doing good. And the braggadocious in me will say, and the ego in me will say, that even when I fall short, it's still better than what most people are doing. And that might be true. And that also could have just went unsaid. But even though I may fall short of what I set for myself, that still might leave me better than everybody else as far as that capability or that task or that endeavor or that metric. Again, I reiterate, because we really don't know where we're going or what we're doing or why we're here, you really can't say that one person is better than another person, because we don't know what the ultimate goal is. But the individual achievements or endeavors or metrics or goals or standards, we can do that. Like I can say, my blood pressure is better than yours, because whether it's true or not, and I'm just questioning everything in this case, whether it's true or not, low blood pressure or having your blood pressure at a certain reading is beneficial to you. That's what science tells us. A lot of people agree. Science may totally affirm it. But again, I question everything, and I like to leave everything in the question. But since a lot of people agree on that, one person can have a better blood pressure reading than the other. One person's blood pressure could be better than another one. But does that make that person better than that person? No, it doesn't. I said all that just to say that. So when I'm eating or I get on the scale and that number isn't where I think it should be or where I want it to be, I feel a little let down, and I'm probably being over dramatic about it, so it hit harder and hurt more, and then it'll stick with me and make me want to do better, and to stay on myself, not to let my foot off the gas, all of that. You know, it's all about just keeping that focus. Maintaining that focus is the whole thing. It's all about making sure, keep the eye on the prize. And to not let up. And I like operating that way. And it's funny because I'm disciplined, I'm regimented. You know, I love the protocol. I love the way things should be. The quote unquote, the way things should be. This is how it's supposed to be. But I know there is no supposed to be. I know there is no right way or no wrong way. And the funk in me, the whole idea behind the funk in me is to disrupt all that. So I got like two sides of me working. And when I was younger, the funky side was prominent. Now as I'm older, probably you could say a little bit more conservative. That protocol and that regiment and that quote unquote, the way you're supposed to do things is prominent. And the funky side is still there, but it's not as disruptive as I used to want it to be. I used to want it to go in there and turn over the apple cart. You know, just wreck things. You know, tear them up and let's rebuild them. You know, it was all about destroying the structure, the infrastructure that's in place, the regiment. Now, it's more about just putting a little intelligent tweak in it that jolts it and it makes people think, makes people rethink it just a little bit, just enough. Because I'm really not trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm definitely not about saying you should do this should be this way should be that way. I'm nowhere near any of that. My thing is to get people just to question their own beliefs, like I do every day, every minute of every day, pretty much. To question how I think, what I think, and why I think it. I'm gonna go to Sam's Eatery. Wait a minute, is that still open? I bet we went there once. Uh-oh, don't look like it's open. Is it open? Don't look like it's open anymore. Didn't make it. Is it? Well, as we walk down South Avenue, coming up on the Cardinal Mooney area, up here. And growing up, you know, we used to come up here to Jib Jab. And Jib Jab used to be called Winkies. I used to wash my clothes there when I had lunch, when I had to go to laundromat. Jib Jab used to be called Winkies. We used to go to Winkies. And I was just thinking, we used to ride up Dewey Street and then go over the bridge, go down, go over Market, go down, over the little bridge, like in the bottom of that little whatever that is, as you drive down Dewey. And we used to kind of ride past Cardinal Mooney all the time, and I had no idea, you know, what it was, if it was even there. I ended up going to that school. I'm pretty sure it was built when I was younger. I don't know when it was built. I guess I could check and see when Cardinal Mooney was built. But this whole, I guess this area, I kind of call the Cardinal Mooney area, you know, because it's the high school I went to, and you can see parts of it right there. You can see the football field. You probably can't, but I can. See the football field a little bit. And I walked up there before. And then down the street down there at the light is Dewey, the street I used to live on. Here's where Dewey becomes East Dewey and West Dewey. We stayed on West Dewey. So I guess I was walking east. When I was walking on Midlothian, I was walking east to South Avenue, then I went north. And now I just said that, and I pictured it on the map that I've been thinking about ever since second and third grade. The United States, how the north, south, east, and west is really later in my brain. Here's where Winkies was. Winkies and Jib Jab was right here. We used to come here and get hot dogs. And then right behind there is Cardinal Mooney. On the other side of that. Yeah. Winkies, Jib Jab Move. There's one in Girard or someplace now that we go to every now and then. I've been to recently in my travels here. This building been here ever since my childhood. Of course, I didn't pay no attention to it, you know, growing up, but that memory's still in my mind, you know, because it was next to Winkies. Next to Jib Jab. We're going to Jib Jab. We're going to get hot dogs. We're getting a family pack, 8 chili dogs and French fries. Take pride in the South Side. Yeah, and then of course this building's missing. Coming up on Dewey Street. Dewey and South Avenue. Used to be a 7-Eleven there, convenience store. I've hung out there all night, a time or two. Okay, maybe one time. You know, they stayed open 24 hours. We'd be out riding around doing what we do. Sometimes late night. Okay, not sometimes. A lot of times late night. That's East Dewey and West Dewey. It's Medusa. It says Medusa right there. I guess that used to be a recording studio. Here's the old 7-Eleven. It became a different kind of convenience store. Now you can see what it is, or what it ain't. There's the sign for it. There's Dewey. I'm gonna keep walking because I don't think I got 5,000 steps yet. I'm gonna walk till I get 5,000. I'm gonna turn around. Left early, so I got plenty of time. But what I was saying was, been hard on myself, you know, and so when Mr. Scale don't feel right, or if I feel I ate too much, like yesterday I ate, and I felt full, and I ate like a whole row of Fig Newtons, and I even knew better when I told my daughter to order them Fig Newtons because we had Walmart delivery, and I knew it, and then today 0 candy bars are coming. I ate up all the cherry sour balls and a whole row of Fig Newtons, so I was like, oh. But I got on the scale last night and it said 217.8, whereas the night before it said 219 something. Shit, it said 220. I got on the night before, it said 220. So when I got on last night, it said 217.8. I was encouraged, and this was after I ate that whole row of Fig Newtons and sour balls. You know, had my Kool-Aid, my drink, whatever. So when I was encouraged. I was truly encouraged. And I woke up this morning, Mr. Scale tells me 215.6 or something like that. I was really encouraged. I'm like, hold up. Because, you know, I didn't eat crazy yesterday. You know, I really didn't eat too crazy. And it might be that salad. The salad I'm eating, again, I call it a salad, but if you can see me, and if I didn't have things in my hand, I would throw up air quotes, because it's mostly meat and cheese and mushrooms, meat, cheese, mushrooms, and salad dressing with some lettuce in it. And it's a lot of cheese. So it's probably not the most healthiest, quote unquote, salad, and I probably should get some more stuff to put in it. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try to go get some more stuff to put in it, more vegetables to go with the, you know, cheese and the meat that I put in it, to give it more feel with more nutrition, less fat-based stuff to eat. But it's at 215.6 today, so I was encouraged. I feel good. It's Friday. And that low number, low relatively speaking, because like 2 weeks ago I was like 208. Well, no, 2 weeks ago I was like 212. I woke up at 212 2 weeks ago. Last week I woke up at 217. So actually I've been here a week and I'm doing pretty good, considering how bad it has gotten in the past. Considering how bad I have done back here in the past, I'm doing pretty good. And I'm encouraged. It's Friday, day off tomorrow. Hopefully I go see my grandsons. Granddaughter is off with her father. So that means I get some air. My God, she was on one yesterday. Whatever it was, she was on one. Her emotions went from crying and screaming, not wanting to wanting her mother to hold her, and just hadn't seen her. I'm not used to seeing her like that. Where she wanted her mother to hold her, and crying and screaming, just like in pain or whatever, or distress. And then she slept it off. She slept a lot, considering. And then she slept and woke up and was in the best of mood last night, was just so energetic and happy and talking and coherent, saying things that, I'm like, whoa, sentences. And you putting sentences together and saying things and recognizing things. Ooh, what is this? This is kind of new. Kind of new. I'm walking far. This is the farthest I've ever walked down this before. They love that damn music back here. They love that damn music back here, I swear. So, I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. And I'm gonna walk back up the other way. All right. Should I stop this? Or should I not? Do it matter? Facing the sun. I wanted to stop and see how many steps I got. It don't matter. I mean, I'll make it up. And if I get back home and need to walk more, and this kind of glass in these windows, old school, that kind of glass in those windows, old school building. The weathering. I love it. I love it. So here's the me. Doing pretty good. Still looking to get a ticket to the game because I need to go to the game. Even though I don't feel like it, I don't need to sit at home. That's the other thing, it's the opportunity cost. Even though I'd be probably perfectly content sitting at home watching the game, granddaughter be gone, so I better completely relax. And I probably need to do that, but I don't want to lay around too much, get too lazy, eat too much, let my mojo go down. If I go to the game, I'll keep my mojo up and do something exciting, see my Steelers. Then once I get there and start to get pumped up and get that feeling that I forget every time after a while, But I remember how good that feeling is. When I get that feeling again and remember just how good that feeling is. I'll be grateful for going. I'm just waiting for the right tickets to pop up. Looking for a single ticket. There was one, 4th row behind the bench for $4.25. I probably should have got that one. I could have, somebody swiped it up. But I'm gonna wait. I'm looking for a single ticket, but I see a bunch of pairs. If I go one ticket, it won't show any tickets. If I go two, I see a bunch of them in the section that I want to sit, behind the Steeler bench, down low. So I'm gonna wait to see close to the game time. Keep checking back and forth, wait for the price on those to break. Snatch up a single one. Use my daughter's car, which has saved me about $100 in rental cars. And I won't have to get up tomorrow morning and go get it, which might not be a bad thing either. Having to get up and go get it. So, all that's going. It's good, people. It's good. It really is. I'm out here Friday. And so I'm gonna say, do anything you want to me Friday. My mojo and my working energy is pretty good. My mojo and my working energy is pretty good to where a ticket to come in and I'd just be like, you know, whatever you got. You know what? Just wake it up with that confidence. You know, have that confidence, be like, yeah, whatever you got, come on. You know, sometimes I see a caller thing come in, I go, oh God, here we go. And I'd be like begging the universe to make it easy. Sometimes I'll be like, what you got? Come on. Bring it, bring it, bring it. So, you know, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. Dewey Street, Dewey, South Avenue. Dewey and South Avenue, people. Dewey and South Avenue, there it is. All right. I want to see how many steps I got. And I done broke a nice little sweat, so I feel good. I'm feeling good. I'm starting to feel, you know, feel that energy, feel that mojo come up. Feeling my physical energy coming up. Love the trees back here. The sun is glaring it, but it's nice. See, I turn this way, I'm gonna be lit up nice. Sun is gonna have me lit up because facing the sun. Anyway, ooh, this shade feel good. Let me get out of it. See, that's the kind of drive, that's how I drive myself. The shade feels good, let me get out of it. No, I won't stay in that sun. I want it to burn, baby. I want it to burn. I'm in the shade, no. I want it to burn. It's Cardinal Mooney. You see the football field. Yep, that's the school I went to. Well, half. I did chauffeuring too. I had to go to vocational school. They got me out of that because I was kind of messing up and a little bit disruptive. And so they sent me to chauffeuring for radio, TV, electronics, which I wanted to do anyway, with a bunch of inner city kids. I guess we all was inner city kids, but public school people from Rand, South, North, East, you know, schools that I didn't have that much familiarity with, but met people from them and learned a lot about the schools, you know, this and that, and people and all that. Went to junior achievement and also met people from the public schools across Youngstown. You know, even though, you know, all my close friends was public schools, Princeton, Wilson, South. Ones I did all my real dirt with and hung out with. Riding up and down Hillman was from public schools. But anyway, whew, I'm feeling good. Get back, see what's going on. One more day. My daughter works 4 to midnight. So I'll have the house, just me and Kari, the dog, and work. So they get home this evening. We go from there. Start planning with tomorrow. It's gonna be. And they got tickets to the game. They got tickets, single tickets that ain't bad, which, you know, a lot of people consider really good. But there's 2 sections right behind the bench. And there's one section that I really like. It's on the right side, facing the field, behind the bench. I think it's 134 or 135, one of those. And it's more on the, where the quarterbacks sit side, and the receivers sit. The section on the left, the left side of the bench, the offensive line sits. And I think the running back, Najee, and them sit on that left side. But I don't always want it to be, especially when Ben was playing. And Ben would go to the water cooler and get his helmet and do his ritual, you know, before he came in the game. Right there on that right side. So that's kind of where I always wanted to be. Or in my mind, you know, that became the optimum place. This place open? Is it? Yep, looks like she work here. Yep, they open. I'm gonna come. They open. Ain't nobody in there. Look at that fish. Fish is good. Like, I might have to do something tonight. I got food. I ain't doing nothing tonight. Tonight we gonna stay straight. We got pizza. I got roasted chicken. I made chicken thighs. I got a ham salad, chips, Cheetos. No, we're gonna try to lay low one more night. Take it one day at a time. We're gonna try to lay low and not do nothing. You know, try to keep it cordial. Keep it cordial. Then it'd be Sunday. Doors open to the game at 11. You know I like to be there when the doors open. Take an hour and a half to get there. So I was probably leave at 9:30. You know, I probably like to leave at 9:30. Trying to think if I can get up, get some steps in, or get my steps at the game. Yeah, I'll get there early. Get my steps in the game, inside the stadium, damn it. Get my steps inside the stadium. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get my steps walking around the stadium. WRTA. Buses are free back here. Whew. Cousin-in-law, my cousin, auto sales. It's been sitting like this for years. I was like, Holden? I was like, I know some Holdens. And then I looked up and it said, Brick. I know Brick. That's Butchie. In fact, when I went to California, he picked me up. You see what that say that? See that Brick's Used Auto? You see what that say there? Can you see it? Say Brick's Used Auto Sales. Brick picked me up when I went to California in a Rambler, a 65 Rambler that I end up, he gave it to me when I bought it off of him, one or the other, for a couple $100. I drove that Rambler too. He picked me up at the bus station on Walnut, Greyhound bus station on Walnut. Took me up to Noreen's house. Larkin Keegan was there, Pam, Debbie. I started my California life 40 years ago. Where I left here, I left this place to go there to do that. I left this place to go there and do that. You got the truck? Let me change the tire on the phone. You see that? He had the phone pressed up against his ear. And he's changing the tire with a cigarette in his mouth. He putting the tire on the car, with a cigarette in his mouth, shoulder phone to his ear. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of people back here. That's the kind of people I come from. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. That's the kind of people I come from. Now, granted, there's some of that California sloshy, soft-spoken, genteel, aware wokeness that I kind of, a certain amount of it is okay. But it can get to be too much, to where they lose the ability to say no. Sometimes you just gotta say no. Instead of taking a half hour to explain no, sometimes just say no. No. We don't do that. And don't spend 2 hours explaining why. And then not even really say no. Like they say, like a manager need to tell you to do something. There has to be a mix between, would you like to go in the queue and fix this? The answer is no, I wouldn't, but I will since you asked me. I told I would tell my bosses too, that's not asking me. I mean, asking me, you ask me, do I want to? No, I don't. But I will, but I understand, that's the polite way to put it, congenial, less quote unquote offensive. That's aggressive. I get it. But sometimes you can go too far, where it's too passive. Passive is the word, where it becomes a little too passive. And back up here, people's minds can be a little bit closed. And closed sounds derogatory, but limited, or it's simplified basically. It's just simplified. It's the certain things that people back here focus on. You really don't need to focus on anything else. You don't really need to know what a lepton is or a quark is, elementary particles. That really doesn't help you survive. It really, really doesn't. That really doesn't help you survive. Knowing what a quasar is, or what the James Webb telescope is telling us about the universe and the size of the universe and the beginning of the universe. We really don't need that to survive at a certain level. Now, at the level I'm at, I need it. I need to know why. I need to know the big picture. Why? How come? I need to know those answers. Those answers help in my happiness and therefore my well-being and then my health. So you can actually say, I need that stuff. I need to be fulfilled. I need to have that fulfillment to be healthy. So You can say that. But anyway, that's enough. Think that's enough? I do. Think that's enough? I do. Out here getting mine, feeling good. Notice I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt. I left it at home, I'm getting tired. I'm thinking more and more. Plus I wanted to be comfortable. I actually really wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to make this trip and be comfortable. Here's C's chicken coop. Says it's closed. I really wanted to be comfortable. In this walk and just enjoy it. And worry about, you know, me sweating. A little bit of sweat weight don't matter anyway. And I know that. I just still like seeing the low number. But I know, heck, you might as well be comfortable because you know that that weight don't matter anyway. See this kind of doors here, old style, old legacy buildings. This bar is open and working, a little loitering. Oh, this is the chicken coop. I think that's the chicken coop right there. I think that's chicken coop. Which one is the chicken coop? I don't know. One of them. You gotta watch what you're doing out here. People run your ass over. You gotta watch what you're doing. People will run your ass over. Well, whatever was here is not anymore. Recently, you can see, raised, is the word raised? All right, this time for real. Swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for the phone. And for Youngstown, motherfunkin' Ohio. I love this place. I love being from this place. Just I'm looking now at the brick buildings and the architecture, just the door. Look at this door. I just gotta show you. It's old style screen door. All of that. Look at it. Look at it. I love it. I do. Reminds me of my childhood and my upbringing. And I guess it reminds me of my childhood and my upbringing, so I guess I'm saying that I had a good child and a good upbringing. I guess that's the second layer that I just take for granted. The reason that I enjoy all this stuff so much is because I had a very good childhood and the memories are good. And I like going back to those memories. I like reminiscing. So that's probably why I like seeing stuff that reminds me of that. That's kind of deep. I just thought of that. Here goes some more stuff. I guess the old, well, this one look kind of fixed up and new, but you can see the stuff anyhow. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. Totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.